Hello, my dear students. Welcome back again for the maths lecture. See, today we are going to start with the fourth chapter, that is cubes and cube root. Okay, our previous chapter was square and square roots. So this is what we can say additional part of that, cubes and cube root, or second part we can say. Okay, so in the square we have seen that what is mean by square. Square means the second power of any number. It's called square. Like 4 raised to the power 2, that is 4 square means 16. Okay, or square of 6 is 36, that we have seen in the chapter square. Okay, so cubes means what? See, cubes means what? When any number is expressed as the power of or expressed in the power 3. Getting? If any number is expressed with the power 3, then that number is called cube number. Like see, 2 raised to the power 3. So here 2 is expressed with the power 3. So its answer is 2 into 2 into 2. That is 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So 8 is the cube of 2. Understood? 8 is cube number of 2. Okay. Similarly, cube of 3, that is 3 into 3 into 3. 3 times multiplication of 3. Okay, 3 times multiplication of 3, that is 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. Similarly, suppose if you want to take 6, cube of 6, then 6 into 6 into 6. That is 6 6 are 36, 36 6 are 216. Okay, 216 is the cube of 6. Understood? So now see here what is mean by perfect cube numbers. See, as we have written here, 8 is the cube of 3, 27 is the cube of 8 is the cube of 2, 27 is the cube of 3, 216 is the cube of 6. Similarly, cube of 4 is 64, cube of 5 is 125, correct? Cube of 7 is 343, correct? So these numbers, these 8, 27, 64, 125, 216, 343, such numbers which are cube of natural numbers, so these such numbers are called perfect cube numbers. Understood? They are cubes of natural number. That's why these numbers are called perfect cube numbers. Understood? So now this is about cube and perfect cube. Now the question is how to understand whether the given number is perfect cube number or not, or cube number or not. Okay? How to identify? As we have seen in the square, how to identify this perfect square number, how to understand, how to recognize whether the given number is perfect square or not. For that, what we had done? Do you remember what we have done? We have found the prime factors of the given number, and we have formed the pairs of the same prime factor. Right? Pair. Why pair? Because square means what? Second power. That is 5 square. So 2 times 5 into 5. That's why we form the pair, right? Here in the cube, 5 raised to cube means what? 3 times multiplication. Correct? So here when we will find the prime factors of the number, then we will form the triplet of the prime factor. Understood? And if you are getting exact triplets of the factors, prime factors, then that number is perfect cube number. Okay, let us see some examples to come to know. So let us solve these 3 examples to check whether they are perfect square perfect cube numbers or not. See, first number is 200. Let's find its prime factors. 200. Now 200 is divisible by 2. We will get 100 here, then 100 divided by 2, 50. Again 50 divided by 2, 25. 25 is divisible by 5. And 5 ones are 5. Okay, so prime factors of 200 are 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. Okay, so here, now these are the prime factors of 200. Now we have to underline the triplet of the same prime factor. Triplet means 3. Okay, so here see 2 into 2 into 2. 2 is there 3 times. Okay, so here we have formed one triplet of 2. But if you see 5 into 5, 5 is only 2 times. Correct? There is no triplet of 5. That's why here we cannot form the triplet of these prime factors. That's why 200 is not the perfect cube number. Okay, perfect cube. Understood? If we could form here triplet of this 5, 3 times multiplication of 5, then we can say that 200 was a cube number, but it is not actually. Okay, let us see about 864, whether it is perfect cube or not. For find the prime factors. 2 4s are, 2 3s are, 2 2s are 4. Okay, again 2 2s are, 2 1s are 2, 1 carry 2 6s are 12. Fine. 2 1s are, here zeros are, 2 zeros are 0 and 2 8s are 16. Again 2 5s are, 2 4s are, 2 27. Okay, here 27, 3 9s are. Further 3 9 divisible by 3, 3 3s are, and 3 1s are. Now see here, 864 is equal to, which are its prime factors? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now let us form the triplet of the prime factors. 2 into 2 into 2, this is one group. Here 2 into 2, only 2 times 2 is there. So here we cannot form the triplet of these two. 3 into 3 into 3, 3 is there 3 times. Okay, so here we can form the triplet of 3. But see here, we are unable to form here, or unable to get triplet of these two. That's why again 864 is also not the perfect square. Sorry, perfect cube. Okay, it's not the perfect cube. Understood? So to get the perfect cube, if the given number is the perfect cube, then the prime factors, all the prime factors of that number which you will get, they will form the triplet of the prime factors. Okay, so let us see about 729. 729. Now see 729, this number is divisible by 7. Okay, 7 1 is 7. 7. Is it 7? Okay. Now let us see about the third example, 729, whether 729 is a perfect cube or not. Let us see. So this 729, this number is divisible by which prime number? 7 plus 2, 9 and 9, 18. That means it is divisible by 3. 3 2s are 6, 1 carry forward. 3 4s are 12 and 3 3s are 9. Okay. Then see 243. Further, it is also divisible by 3. 3 8s are 24, 3 1s are 3. Again 81 is also divisible by 3, 3 27s are. 27 is also divisible by 3, 3 9s are. 3 3s are. 3 1s are. Okay. So see here, which are the prime factors of 729? 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So let us form the triplets 1, 2, 3. 3 here 3 times 3 and this 3 times 3. 6. Here we are able to form, or we are able to get the triplet of the prime factors, same prime factors. Okay, that is what 729 is the perfect cube. Now let us check The 729 is cube of which number? So here see 3 into 3 into 3. 3 times 3 we have got. Take 1 3 out of it into from this one triplet. Take 1 3 common and 3 3s are 9. So 729 is cube of 9. Understood? 729 is cube of 9. Okay. So in this way we can identify whether the given number is cube number or not, or we can find its cube root also. Okay, that we are going to see afterwards. So now write these 3 examples in your notebook. After that we will see next questions which can be asked on this concept. Let us see now some properties of cube numbers. The first property is cubes of all odd natural numbers are odd. What is meaning of this? The cubes of odd numbers, odd natural numbers are always odd. For example, if you want to take, see, 1 is odd number, so its cube is 1 itself. Okay. Cube of 3 is odd number, its cube is 27, which is odd. Correct. Further, we can take 5. Cube of 5 is 125. It is also odd. So what we can say that cube of odd natural numbers, cube of all odd natural numbers are always odd. Okay. Opposite of that, cubes of all even natural numbers are even. So for example, cube of 2 is what? 8. Correct. Whereas cube of 4 is 64. Cube of 6 216. Correct. So if you observe 6, 2, 4, 6, these are even natural numbers and their cubes are also even. 8, 64, 216, they are also even natural numbers. Understood? Okay, so these are first two properties of the cube. See, third one property, the cube of a negative integer is always negative. This is very important property. The cube of a negative integer is always negative. What is meaning of this? If minus 1 is there, this is the integer minus 1. If you want to find its cube, it will be always negative. Why? See, minus 1 is what? Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. So how will we multiply this? First we will multiply this. 1 minus 1 into minus 1, 1 ones are 1 and minus minus plus. Okay. So here this multiplication will get positive into minus 1. So this 1 into 1, 1 and minus plus minus. Correct? So finally the cube of minus 1, negative 1 is minus 1. Similarly, if you want to take another example, cube of minus 2, that is minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. So let us multiply first these first two integers. 2 2s are 4. Minus into minus plus 4. Okay. Into minus 2. Now 4 2s are 8 and plus minus 6. So the cube of negative 2 is negative 8, minus 8. Okay. This is what third property says. The cube of negative integer is always negative. Understood? Fourth one property, for any rational number a upon b, we have, if a upon b raised to cube, that is cube of a upon b is equal to a cube upon b cube. Cube of a upon cube of b. What is meaning of this? See, for example, if the rational number is 2 by 3 and its cube is there, cube of 2 upon 3. Then how to find that? This cube belongs to numerator also and denominator also. That is 2 cube upon 3 cube. Sorry, 3 cube. Okay. So what is cube of 2? 8 upon 3 cube, 27. This is the answer. Okay. This is the meaning of fourth property. For any rational number a upon b, we have a upon b raised to 3. A upon b cube is equal to a cube upon b cube. Same property we have seen in the case of square also. All this property we have seen in the case of square. Understood? But here in the case of square, the square of negative integer is always positive because it is 2 times multiplication, that's why we get positive. But here 3 times multiplication is there, that's why cube get negative. Negative integer has cube negative. Okay, so these are some properties which are useful while solving the sums of based on this cube and cube root. So write these 4 properties and their examples in the notebook. Let's solve the question number 3 of exercise 4. The question number 3 is, what is the smallest number by which 675 should be multiplied so that the product is a perfect cube? Okay, so see here, first what we have to do, since we have to find the prime factors of 675. We know that when a number is said to be a perfect cube, when its prime factors can be formed in the triplet of same factor. So let us check the prime factors of 675. Now see, 675, this is not the perfect cube, that's hence we will not get the triplet of its prime factors. So see, 675 is divisible by 5, correct? Since last digit is 5. 6, 5 ones are 5. 1 remain 17, 5 3s are 15, 2 5 5s are 25. Okay, so 135. Further 135 is also divisible by 5, 5 2s are 10, 3 left, 5 7s are 35. Okay, then 3 3s are 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are 9 and 3 1s are 3. So 675 is equal to 5 into 5 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now see here. The question is, by which number 675 should be multiplied so that the product is a perfect cube. Now see here, when we have found the prime factors of 675, we are able to form the triplet of only these 3, and this 5 is only 2 times. That means it is clear that if we will multiply by 1 more 5, means if when we will make here triplet of 5, at that time this 675 will become perfect cube. So hence what we have to do, we to make here triplet of 5, we need to multiply by 5 to both the sides. That's see, 675 into 5 is equal to this 3 I will write first, into 5. Since we have multiplied on this side by 5, we need to multiply on this side by 5 to make it balance. Okay, so see, now here when we have multiplied 675 by 5, here we have got the triplet of 5 and triplet of 3. Hence this product of 675 into 5 will be the perfect cube. Okay, that's why by which number we need to multiply? So 675 should be multiplied by 5 to get the product a perfect cube. Perfect cube. Okay. This question is based on the by which number the given number should be multiplied. The question number 4 is exactly opposite of that. By which number the given number should be divided so that the number will become perfect. See, what is the smallest number by which 2916 should be divided so that the quotient is a perfect cube. Pay attention, here also same. First we need to find the prime factors of 2916. So let us find that. Okay. Since last digit is 2, it is divisible by 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8, 1 forward, 2 5s are 10, 1 forward, 2 8s are 16. 2 7s are 14, 2 2s are 4, 2 9s are 18, correct? Further, this is divisible by 3. 3 2s are 6, 1 forward, 3 4s are 12, 3 3s are 9, This is also divisible by 3. 3 8s are 3 1s are 3. 81 is also divisible by 3 because 8 plus 1 9. 27. Okay. Then 3 9s are 3 3s are and 3 1s are. Okay. So the prime factors of 2916 are 2 into 2 into 2. See, 3 into 3 into 3. First I am writing a triplet. Then 3 into 3 into 3. And then 2 times 2. I have kept them in the last because it is not forming the triplet. That's why. Now see. This is one triplet, this is one triplet. But if you see this 2 is only 2 times. Since it is not perfect cube, here we have not obtained the triplet of this 2. Okay. Now the question is by which smallest number this 2916 should be divided. Okay. So see, since we have to divide, that's why here we cannot. If you will take 2 more, then it will be multiplied, not divided. Okay. So what we need to do? This 2 2s are 4. This 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4. We will take on this side of the this is equal sign, right? So this 2 2s are 4. We will bring here on the left side and we will divide to 2916. So 2916 divided by 4. Which 4? These 2 2s are 4. We have brought here. So on this right side remains into 3. This triplet and this triplet. See, so when we will divide 2916 by 4, we will get perfect cube because their factors will be this. Okay, triplet of 2 triplets of 3. Understood? That means 2916 should be divided by 4 to get the perfect cube. Get the quotient perfect cube. Perfect cube. Okay. So in this way we have to solve such questions. I hope you have understood these 2 questions. Understood? So thank you and have a good day.